Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Wednesday, the 19th of uh, March. Geez, this year is racing by already as well. Quick one this morning. Jeannie is at an appointment this morning. So you just got me, and I walked over to find our primary filming computer in a update. So the you got me in a different location today. Not a whole lot to talk about. We remain about a week out on the remain about a week out on service for both vacuums and sewing machine. We have shipped out in the last 2 days all of the rope bowls and the luck of the Irish that we have in the store. So we're waiting for some other deliveries of those items, but everything that we had in the store has gone out. For those of you waiting for Hoops and Brother sale items, just pay attention to your emails for invoices. We're getting through those. Slowly is not the right word. Quickly is a better word. But what I am doing is packaging, getting ready for those to ship, and then sending invoices. And then those are sent out as those invoices are paid. So just pay attention for those invoices, and we will be getting those out as quickly as we can. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today has to do with what I call the My Connection universe. And so I just wanted to talk about that really quickly. Oh, and I think there were a handful of folks that have been waiting on more scan and cuts. We got 12 of those scan and cuts yesterday. So, and I think we're pretty solid on the fabric cutting items. So if there was anybody waiting on a scan and cut, reach out to me or Jeannie today and remind us. We'll look through the list. I think Jeannie had said that she had a list when I asked her this morning. But let's just talk really quickly about the let's just talk really quickly about My Connection. So I had two conversations yesterday with customers that are looking to connect apps and machines. And both were incredibly frustrated by the fact that it wasn't happening super fast. It took Jeannie 3 days to get her machine connected. Now, some of that was just operator error. Some of it was just that Jeannie didn't have her the process of getting him connected perfect. But then once she did, it took a little bit of time. And so what I was trying to explain to somebody yesterday is the app connection between like the scan and cut and the machine, that kind of happens through the cloud, meaning, the machine connects to your router, that connects to the internet, like stuff connected on the internet are what communicates to from the scan and cut through Canvas I think because it all happens through either Canvas or Artspira. But the more you have connected wirelessly in your home, the more challenging that connection can be. So I just want you to be aware of that and to be patient with it. And then, the other thing is there's operator error in play. So, part of what Jeannie said when I was talking to her about it this morning is she was like, some of it was operator error for me. She goes, it took me a day or two to figure out exactly the process to get it hooked up. And then once I did, it took like a day for the machines to find each other. Some people, you're lucky it happens like that. Sometimes like in the store where I have 15 connected machines, I have, 8 or 10 connected laptops. Everybody in the store has a phone that's connected through that. And then we have all of our wireless devices connected through that. Like sometimes it takes a little bit of time for that communication to work itself out and happen. Like one of the things I said to the customer yesterday is you have to remember it's like you've got device A trying to connect with device B. And as it goes through that router, it's like walking up and handshaking with every other device, being like, are you the device I'm looking for? And depending upon the number of those devices, it can take a while. So it is just, this is going to be one of those unique scenarios where I tell folks you need to calm down. It's just one of those things that can take a little bit of time. It doesn't matter how close they are. Like they can be right next to each other. If they're communicating through a router, none of that matters. So it's just a moment where there could be a deep breath and a little bit of patience. Don't freak out. It can take a little while for them to establish that connection. Generally, once that connection's established, there's no problems. Like I took an additional step here at the store where I created a guest network, which was only set up to connect those machines, and it is it's made that connection easier and a little bit more stable. And that's not necessarily something I'm excited to walk you through, like because every network is different. So something that you might have to call Spectrum or Charter or AT&T or wherever you get your internet, but it may be something where setting up a guest network is a little easier. But like at my house, as an easy example, like I'd have to log in and look, but I'm guessing I have 150 wireless items connected at my house at all time. So when you work to get that stuff connected, just because it doesn't happen the first time doesn't mean it's not going to work. And, it may take a little bit of time to get stuff connected and get them perfect, but it's just not a time for sheer panic. And it's funny because I don't know, like I reached out yesterday to the head of QA at Brother, essentially to say to him, like, could you give me, say, a checklist for folks and stuff that they should be running through? And his response was have them call Brother customer support, which is basically like there's endless variability with that. And that's kind of him going, yeah, that may be something where it's better to actually just have them call and have Brother support walk them through it. And Marlene, said she received great support through Brother support. I think they do the best they can to walk you through that. But it is a scenario where the machines are talking through a third party, and that third party is your router. And there's a lot going on there There's 3 different bands or 4 different bands, like 2.4, 5.6, Wi-Fi 6, and Wi-Fi 6E. I think there's even one more Wi-Fi 6 now, Wi-Fi 6G or something like that. Um, and then there's all these different ports that they have to find each other through. So, it's like walking into a hotel and having 200 doors and go and find one another, right? It may take some time, but the point I'm making is just remember, like, if it doesn't happen right away, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen, and it's something that just may take a little bit of time. So, um, it's a time to use your zen and your patience, and brother support may be a really good option in getting you through that. And like I said, like here at the store, one of the things that I did that seemed to help quite a bit was I created that guest network. So if somebody in your life knows how to do that, or certainly somebody at customer support at like Spectrum and uh at Spectrum and or like whoever your internet provider could probably walk you through how to do that on your router. And then what you're doing is you're creating a network where it's only your machines and your phones and your devices that are talking to one another. And I think once we did that, uh, that it was that it was something that happened much with much greater stability here. Sue's asking 1.06 Avenir update. Can I skip the 1.05 update and go straight to 1.06? I have not seen anything from Brother that says that you can't do that, but at the same time, I think um, my knee-jerk reaction might be that I might do that anyways. Um, uh, so, I don't know. Nobody's told me that you have to update to 1.05 prior to updating to 1.06. Uh, so yeah, I think you could probably just update to 1.06. Having said that, I am still recommending to my local customers, and not all of them have listened or have paid attention, meaning not like you're not paying attention, but meaning like they may have never heard me say it. I am still recommending that you update via USB. And so, for example, the 1.05 update was available wirelessly before it was available. I'm just looking here to see. Yeah. So I think wirelessly right now, your machines may be telling you that 1.06 is available, but 1.06 is not available via USB download from the Brother support site. And it's my preference that the 1.06 update is run via USB. I haven't heard significant reports of issues where people have been running wirelessly. Like that appears to be working. But for example, when the guys were here on Monday, they brought 1.05 with them on a stick and they updated the machines in the store on the stick and then ran log files and tested the machines post update. And I just feel like the sticks are more stable. So, if you want to run the update and you want to do it wirelessly and you don't want to wait, then go ahead and run it. I'm not going to tell you not to. But like just personally, I would wait until it's available for download. And I think that's just Friday. It's just 2 days. Um, and so I would wait to run it on the stick. I couldn't get my machine brand new out of the box to take the 1.04 USB. Local shop said to take it via wireless. Well, what's funny about 1.04 is they were telling us to run it over the USB. Sue, do you have an Apple computer? Uh, just curious if you're trying to update the stick or copy your file to the stick from Apple, because one of the things I had talked to the engineers about here is I had 3 customers that couldn't get the machine to take the update, but all of them had tried to copy and paste the update to the stick on an Apple machine. And quite frankly, as soon as they did it on a PC, the machine took the update just fine. And then the other thing, and I haven't heard this as a problem, but I had 2 conversations yesterday with people that were like, I can't get my machine to see the USB. And then I told them to put the USB into the machine when they turned it on while holding the needle threader button. And when they did it that way, the machine immediately saw the update and they were able to update via the USB. So just food for thought, Sue, like just wondering if maybe you're putting the stick in after you're in the load screen, rather than putting the stick in right away. Or as I said, if you're on an Apple computer, it doesn't appear that the machines like the way that Apple machines are copying those designs to the stick. So once again, just food for thought. And if you want to do it wirelessly, go ahead and do it wirelessly. I just feel like the updates are more stable when they're run through the USBs. That's it for me so far today. Jeannie's back tomorrow, and we will see you then. Have a great day. Do something awesome, and we will